Grow what you eat. I'm Naima Latif with your 10-minute tip on how to grow your own food. We have a lot that is already growing, and we took a look at the burdock plants. We're going to maximize our use of everything that's growing here that's edible and medicinal before we even begin the planting process. Everything that's here, everything that's growing is going to be consumed before we even begin planting our other crops so that we get the maximum benefit of everything that is growing in this yard. You should begin to do the same, especially because things like dandelion, very highly nutritious and health producing. So because you're getting this gift for absolutely free, take advantage of it. Today, we're going to take the leaves and the roots of these burdock plants, and we're going to prepare some dishes that will last for many days using what is growing right here in our own yard. We're going to dig up the roots and use those in some very good dishes. And we're going to also take the leaves and we're going to prepare those as well. The thing that you do want to do, again, don't spray any pesticides in your yard, because if you do that, then whatever's growing is toxic. So since we have not used any pesticides in this long, over several years, we don't have to worry about the toxicity of that. But you do want to make sure that the process of growing whatever you grow, you're going to make sure you have the most healthy soil. So before we begin our food crops, we're going to make sure we get some soil made out of enriched compost material. Compost material made out of organic matter that we have saved for just this purpose. So we're going to pick these nice fresh leaves, of course rinse them off, and prepare them for some really good burdock dishes. Now we've got the roots here also, so we're going to dig these up as well. And burdock roots are very deep. Burdock is one of the plants that help break up soil so that your crops can grow and take root, and they break up impacted soil. So the roots are pretty deep down, and got to do some deep digging to get to them. Here are fresh burdock leaves. We picked some that were nice and fresh looking, and as soon as you pick them, of course, you take them away from the root. So the best thing to do is get them in some water right away so they'll stay fresh, and then you can start to prepare all the various ways you can eat them. But first things first, make sure you wash anything you bring out of your garden. So up some burdock leaf recipes. Burdock leaves are famously bitter, but they may become a versatile culinary ingredient when properly prepared. While the root is more common, the leaves are used in Japanese Korean, and Mediterranean traditions. The secret to enjoying them is leaching out the bitterness through blanching or multiple changes of water. So we're going to do that today. Now let's take a look at the essential prep, removing bitterness. To make older or larger leaves palatable, you must reduce their natural astringency. 1. Blanching. Boil leaves for 30 to 60 seconds in salted water, then immediately shock in cold water. Double boiling. For very bitter leaves, boil in 2 changes of water with a pinch of baking soda to further soften and neutralize the flavor. Now, here are some popular burdock leaf recipes. 1. Burdock leaf sambat, which is a wrap. In Korean cuisine, blanched burdock leaves are used as sam wraps for rice and savory pastes. They are softer and more delicate than pumpkin leaves. Method: blanch leaves for 30 seconds and drain. Serving: place a spoonful of rice and burdock samjang, a thick paste of soybean paste, red pepper paste, and minced burdock root in the center of the leaf and fold into a small parcel. Well, that's one. We'll take this one at a time. And the first thing is to prepare the burdock leaves so that we can use them in this rice wrap. So this should be an interesting adventure. But let's first wash off our burdock leaves. First, anything that you use, you need to make sure it's clean. Even before you start the boiling process to blanch the leaves, the important thing to do is rinse them off, wash them off, soak them. You're going to make sure that even before we do the boiling preparation, that they're clean. Anything that's growing outside is going to have remnants of soil because soil is outside. So cleaning your leaves are always important. It's always important to clean whatever you pull from the soil. And with this burdock wrap recipe, we want to make sure these leaves are nice and clean. And then we're going to make sure we blanch them according to the instructions, because burdock is a very bitter tasting leaf. But we want to get rid of the bitterness and still enjoy the flavor. We're standing next to an apple tree, and you saw apples hanging from the branches. Would you pick an apple off the tree, look at it and go, "Ooh, what is this weed?" and throw it in the garbage? No, of course not. Because you recognize that this is something edible and it's healthy for you. In a lot of ways, we were actually healthier and healthier. We were living in the rural areas of the South, and we're so-called poor because we recognize food, we survive. In ways that was healthy for us. It's good. But the most important thing is that we knew it had value. To know how to prepare the plants that are growing on the property. They can only survive, thrive. We can recipe we do like our foreparents did and with that's pride